Hopefully everything is working all right and you can hear me okay. If not, I'm sure I'll hear about it soon. Let's see. So we're now heading to the Nameless Bookstore. As a quick recap, we are playing Edward Pierce, a private investigator from 1924 Boston, who has been hired to find out how exactly a woman named Sarah Hawkins and her family died for real, because her father didn't believe that there was just an accident. They lived on a weird little island. She was a painter, and we tracked down where her artwork was sold from. We investigated their mansion. We found some cultists, followed them into some secret tunnels under the mansion. Somehow got out after finding out that the husband was not actually dead, though a little more tentacly now, and somehow got out of there under questionable circumstances, because we woke up in a mental institution and had to escape. While there, we found one of the people, a man by the name of Sanders, that purchased one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings and went crazy and clawed out his own eyes. Turned out something invisible killed him in front of us, and we proceeded to leave. We ended up meeting his widow, and she let us see the painting. And that was a bad idea, because the painting had something that came literally out of it, a dimensional shambler, I think they called it, and tried to kill us. Actually, it did kill us. Probably 3 or 4 times. Anyway, we found the magic dagger, destroyed the painting, I think. It at least stopped trying to kill us, so that was a plus. And Miss Sanders told us that she bought it from this guy at the Nameless Bookstore. So that's where we're at now. So we'll see how that goes. This must be the Nameless Bookstore. Oh, look like blood on the window.
Where is the bookseller? Freud's interpretation of dreams. It's the work that laid the foundation of psychoanalysis. Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
It's
the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
My sound's a little off. All right. Let's see if I can adjust that a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, let's see. This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Yeah, his nightmares are pretty intense. And they're probably getting worse. pastor's wife. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. Oh, that's nice. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monster's appearance.
Another volume
His wife
of the Reverend's
tried to
wife's
reason
diary.
with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to the voice in his head because it holds the truth. I think I might have missed one or two of those. Yeah, let's not use up all of our lamp oil in the bookstore. Darkwater History, Volume 2. A Puritan colony led by the Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. Why would it be called the Hawkins Manor if it was founded by somebody named John Wickwood? Different family, I guess. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. And this place has got a ton of books. Area of Medicine, Tome 3, even a few years back as possible for a single practitioner to know all of the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. New character sheet. Okay, don't mind if I do. Oh, almost have rank 3 medicine. That's nice. Let's see, I've got 4 CP to spend. 3 will give me another level there. 6. I don't think Cthulhu's. I don't think they've made the call yet. Let's see. Spot hidden's really useful. Investigation lets me actually pick locks and stuff. So we'll get that one up to 4. I don't know. Let's start working on eloquence, I guess. Though it may be too late for that. Let's see what our sanity looks like. Ooh. Let's see. We have nightmares. That we picked up. Let's see. The submerged city that happened when our sanity meter is about halfway. We got attacked in the sewer by a tentacle thing. It turned out to be a hallucination, maybe? The ritual, that's when we saw the Cthulhu priest. Cobb discovery. Oh yeah, the doctor and his body hacking. Francis Sander. Yeah, watching him die to something large and invisible, killing him right in front of you is probably not good for anybody. A book. Oh, it's just a book. And the Shambler. I guess he left a mark too. Got room for 11 more. Let's see. Anybody new? Never. Yeah, not a burn victim. That's the lady that helped us escape from the mental facility. That's Mr. Sanders' wife, or widow, I should say. Probably not a big fan. Yeah, Francis Sanders. Bad way to go. Yeah, the Sanders residence. They had a hell of an art collection. That's the original painting that started all this mess. This is the painting of the Shambler. Let's see, clues. Do we have anything? Nothing in chapter 7 yet. We've got a lighter and a lamp. And stuff we know about. Sleeping pills. We know about sleeping pills. Oh, goodness, yeah. At least a little bit. Oh, another book. What's this one about? Book of... I don't know. Dzan?
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the Shambler's rough. He's scary. More occultism. That's gonna just make us go crazy. That doesn't look like a properly proportioned skeleton. It does look like somebody photocopied Leonardo da Vinci's sketches. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection, Book 2, is precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume. This book focuses on healing surgery specific to malformations and motor disorders. Alright. What's in the box? Another book. Would you read the book? Yes. Malleus Pisterium. Is this the same one? Second copy?
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Okay. This collection catalogs and classifies creatures that I've never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myths. Without giving details on the mythology to which it refers, its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. Yeah, the thing on the right looks kind of like the Shambler. Unholy smokes, yeah. Yeah, I don't have to read all of the evil mind-bending books, but I really want to. That looks odd. Very suspicious. My footprints, right? No, I don't think so. Okay, somebody was playing chess. Somebody lost chess. History of Darkwater Volume 4. Oh, wow. See, in the 19th century, as American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Whole book for that one paragraph. That seems inefficient. Yeah, I kind of wish I could open them up and read more of them too. Not seeing a shopkeeper anywhere. Where the heck is this guy hiding? I mean, I got one more area I can check, huh? What's that? Oh, oil for the lamp. Well, if there's oil in here, I may as well. That is one big bug. Oh, something bad happened. Got a reconstruction. Okay, let's see.
What happened here?
Oh, back at the front door. Alright, well, we got some blood, a broken window.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Pretty obviously the front door.
Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Hell of a stride between those footprints. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anything important. Burglars probably.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Oh, not there. Anything other than the three things right there that are illuminated? I guess not.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Yeah, that's kind
What
of...
killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
He got blasted by the Elder Sign.
What the?
Rejected.
Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Yeah.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Yeah, we're gonna check around the rest of the room before we do that. Drake's memoirs. Page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
See, if somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeepings of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from you action? Shouldn't that be your actions? Okay. Gorilla skeleton. Like, that's got some really stumpy legs. That don't look right. Oh, green one. What's this? Amulet in the shape of a dog. Vaguely. It's got wings.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Well, that seems silly. Book on Anatomy and Dissection, Volume 1. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart with a detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. Not missing anything, right? Neat scroll case. sleeping pills. Is everyone? Yeah, I think so. Use with caution.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Trademark. Descriptive name. Samanosium? Synosis? I can't really read it. The Key of Riley. Oh. This key that banishes the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion. Hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. And press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely want that amulet if I can find it. Well, it's clearly not on the desk. Alchemy, huh? Open the safe. How do I open the safe? Oh, there's a lot more books in here now. Okay. We'll do one more once around just to make sure. Oil.
A kind of chalice.
Well, it's a pretty set repeating pattern. Break in the chalice. So it looks like we start with the rubies. 2, 3, 4, 5 rubies. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 emeralds. Okay, well, that doesn't tell me much. Oh man, am I gonna have to figure out the combination from all this crazy stuff? Yeah, things are not good.
Things are not looking good.
Oh, I can't remember the numbers on the chessboard. I'll probably have to just count them out. Okay, a bunch more books. What have we got? Arkham Anthology Volume 2, Corpus Hermeticum. by
Arkham editions.
Hermes
Never heard of him.
Trismegistus. Ugh. Those are some weird names. I'm not even going to try. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher and includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. 2. Okay. Volume 7.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Well, that looks like a 5 up there. Azathoth and Other Horrors. There's a good read for you. The Nightmare Lyrics. This collection
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. Okay, yeah. How many are there? The Prophecies. Nostradamus. Translated by E. Leoni and
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Yes, Whitebridge. Okay, I suspect the numbers have mean something.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Things that should not be. Alright, this volume is part of the art. Yeah.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Okay, so Keep Solomon interesting. Asa Requiem.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
Oh my god, do
Never
you
heard
really
of
have to say it every time? Well, it's volume 5. Okay,
How many
so
volumes are there in this collection?
let's do 9.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
7.
Arkham Editions.
3. Let's try that.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
I don't think that worked. Let's see if this spells it out for me. Left the Sanders house, still shaken by my encounter with the Chandelier. Thanks to Cat's indications, I knew Nameless Bookstore, haunt for devotees of esotericism. The place seems to have been burglarized. Who could have done such a thing? Charles Hawkins tried to burglarize Algernon Drake's bookstore, but how is it possible given that he is supposed to be dead? Yeah, we've seen him with tentacles. He's not dead. There's a lot more behind this story than a mere conjugal drama. What did Sarah Hawkins and Algernon Drake try to hide in the latter's safe? So, Algernon Drake... damn it. The owner of the bookstore also knew Sarah Hawkins. Their relationship went far beyond that of seller and faithful client. She helped him to protect an object they hid in the back room of the safe, and Sarah Hawkins painted this strange symbol on the door. Charles Hawkins must have wanted to steal it. I must open the safe and find out what's hidden inside. How can I find the combination? That's a good question. Let's see. Places. Nameless Bookstore. I've never seen such a collection of works on magic and occultism. Algernon Drake, the owner, prides himself on being a luminary in the study of esoteric phenomena. The library was ransacked during an attempted burglary. It holds numerous rare or forbidden works. Its back room houses a safe protected by an ancient symbol. Well, that's not entirely helpful. I kind of knew that part. Dimensional Shambler. Hey, yeah. We don't really care. The Beastorium, our magic dagger. How to do not make the mistake of taking this tool for an inanimate object, the soul of a powerful sorcerer, devourer of bodies of the Ling cult, sect from Central Asia, lies in this jade amulet. His very characteristic form, a massive hunting dog, represents the transformation of the sorcerer into a man-eating ghoul. Whoever unearths the amulet and wears it around his neck is at risk of the sorcerer's wrath. The latter will return in the shape of a formidable hunter to track and dismember all defilers. Nice. And maybe under clues. This key. The Riley file. Okay. The burglary. I feel like I'm missing something. Drake's memoirs. Let's see. Drake, what did you do? Nothing on the back. Okay. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I'm in serious trouble. Yeah, no shit. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possessions. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is. Okay, so I'm looking for some kind of cylinders. Cylinders. Well, that would be a cylinder. Okay, well, it's clearly not the generic scroll cases. I just got somebody's bones laying around. books? Jesus, man, I could just guess numbers faster than this. Oh, hey, look at that. Cylinders. Okay.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
There should be like an old dictaphone kind of thing somewhere. You fill my oil. All right.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay. I believe there were 5. Just to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 rubies. Not missing any.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Okay, so 5 rubies. 3 defenders left. So that's either a 3 or 4. I'm not entirely sure. Based off of what he said. Let's see how many volumes of that book are there. Let's fill. This says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 9. So he just tells you the answer? No.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked
9.
about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Okay, so 5,
What did
3,
Drake
and
say
9,
about this collection?
or 5, 4, and 9. Let's try 5, 3, 9. 5. Hey, I think I figured it out. That looks like a copy of the Necronomicon. Yeah, read it. It's good for you. See? Good for you. Back to the Riverside Institute. Excellent. In the Nameless Bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. Okay. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Ooh, whose body am I in? Maybe the doctor? Maybe somebody extra crazy. Yes, almost there. Come on. Oh, all the white screens. That's not nice.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He turned into a fish person.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really?
He may live.
What
I wouldn't call him human, but he may live.
Himself.
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hmm. Pretty sure there's evidence somewhere.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Heavy side effects.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Let's see. It is
This place
October
draws you in
28th.
and never lets you go.
Hmm.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
I don't know what good that does me yet. Reference Book of Medical Sciences. Dictionary. This work references in alphabetical order all the medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. For each of the entries, the major works and the names of the reference authorities are listed.
I
Oh
have
yeah,
little
now
time
you
for
have
you,
time
Doctor.
for me.
You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
See, now I've got a reason to cut off the water. It'll distract her because then she'll have to go cut it back on. Because that poor girl trying to do the laundry isn't allowed to make a decision by herself. That makes a little more sense. Oh, I've already been in here. Okay, so... Man, rough feet, dude. Okay. Boiler room is locked.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Okay.
Please. The fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Where did my fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work. Where did my fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Huh. Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Hmm.
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you
I thought he's
suffer from
wearing
insomnia?
eyeliner.
No. Look. I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
You're just tired. It's okay.
With everything that happened to you these last days, it's no wonder you're feeling stressed.
Maybe.
Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Dr. Colden.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. His binds left bloody wounds. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Hey, that looks like Miss Sanders. Valsco State, which Irene Sanders into the river.
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
To her, Fuller added handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet rest that she needs.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
Are his eyes closed or gone? Closed, okay. You never know. There's some weird stuff going on. Hay fever.
Hay fever? What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
come back around to the dude that everybody thinks is turning into a cephalopod. Not helpful.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next
Everybody
time.
says that. She's a witch,
It's a
an old
real
hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
It's temperamental,
so unfair.
if I understand correctly.
Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office. We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. The pseudoscientific work by Cesar Lombroso correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predisposition. The seriousness of the study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Now, when everybody's going crazy with Cthulhu dreams.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
The door is locked, and I have not been able to find a way in there yet. Is this door locked? No. Yes. No.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Oh yeah, Dormitory B.
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place? Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
Okay, so who was so desperately needed tending to? He looks mostly alive. Nobody here.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Hey, look at that, a key.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Of course you do. Tool. Where am I most likely to find a tool? Probably not the men's room.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Hey, medicine and secret sciences. Let's say this very interesting book aimed at a wide public demonstrates how non-recognized sciences have influenced modern medicine, magnetism, grandmother's secrets, Chinese acupuncture, hypnosis, herbal medicine, alchemy, and many others have contributed to a certain extent to the enrichment of medicine at the beginning of this century. Okay, so there's a book in there. That's not what I was hoping for at all. Aha! Some leverage on there. I didn't do it.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Let's see. Oh, I see.
I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
And there are a lot of locked doors in this place. Seems a little premature to sit down and listen to him here, but hey, whatever.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her acceptance.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Is there anyone on this island not on medication?
Why is Ethan on medication? Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It's fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set them all in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Okay.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Sure. Yeah, go down here where all the crazy gas is. That's where we need to be. Thing to do. It'll be fine. Yeah, fine. See? Blood everywhere. It'll be fine. Oh.
Now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh, Algernon.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion.
Ooh,
now
car.
go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Alright, back to Riverside. It should be fun. Okay, well, with us hitting chapter 9, I think that's going to be a good place to stop for tonight, because it's going to get even weirder from here. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see, tomorrow night is Dubious Jane picking up with some more Little Nightmares. I believe Sunday we will be getting a little more Uncouth Brack playing Horizon Zero Dawn, unless he's finished that up. I don't think he finished that up yet. Monday, currently Uncouth Wolf is playing Masters of Orion. I know he's getting close to an end on that too, or at least it looked like it. Skipped Wednesday. Oh God, you're right. I was thinking today's Thursday. Tomorrow on Wednesday, Gaming Ghosty will be playing Witchwood, unless something's changed. I can't believe I skipped Wednesday. I'm so sorry. Anyway, it's late. I've had a long day. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll pick this up next Tuesday. Thanks.